Hi students, today we are going to see about the stomach. Here we are going to study about what is stomach. This is the situation of the stomach, shape of the stomach, organs associated with the stomach, structure and its parts, blood supply to the stomach, nerve supply to the stomach, applied anatomy of the stomach and functions of the stomach. So a stomach, it is the one of the important organ in the digestive system. Let's start with the introduction. It is a hollow muscular organ in the digestive system. It is a hollow muscular organ in the digestive system. We can able to see here. It is the hollow muscular organ in the digestive system. Next, we will move on to situation of the stomach. It is situated in the epigastric region and towards to the left hypochondriac region and expandable to the umbilical region in the abdominal cavity. See, there are regions of the abdominal cavity are divided into 9 regions of the abdominal cavity. Is divided into 9 regions. Regions of the abdominal cavity. It is first one. Say here we can here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These are the 9 regions of the abdominal cavity. First one, right hypochondriac region. Second, epigastric region. Third region, left hypochondriac region. Fourth, right lumbar region. Fifth, umbilical region. Sixth, left lumbar region. Seventh, right iliac region. Eighth, hypogastric region and left. And ninth one, left iliac region. So these are the 9 regions of the abdominal cavity. In these regions of the abdominal cavity, we have to find out what is the situation of the stomach. See, stomach is situated in the epigastric region, number 2, in the position of 2, epigastric region, and towards to the left hypochondriac region, and it is moving towards to the left hypochondriac region and expandable to the umbilical region in the abdominal cavity. See, this is the umbilical region in the abdominal cavity. Now, what is the situation of the stomach? Stomach, it is situated in the epigastric region and towards to the left hypochondriac region and expandable to the umbilical region. This is the situation of the stomach. Next, we will move on to shape of the stomach. The shape of the stomach is J shape. Shape of the stomach is J shape. See, this is the shape of the stomach. It is in J shape. Next, move on to measurements of the stomach. Measurements of the stomach. Length of the stomach is 25 centimeter. See, length of the stomach is 25 centimeter and capacity of the stomach is 1.5 liter to 2 liters. So capacity of the stomach is 1.5 liter to 2 liter and its length is 25 centimeter. So length of the stomach is 25 centimeter. Next, we will move on to organs associated with the stomach. What are the organs associated with the stomach? Broadly, it is divided into anteriorly, posteriorly, superiorly, and inferiorly. So first, we will see in the anterior position. Anteriorly, left lobe of liver and abdominal wall. See, anteriorly, left lobe of liver. This is the left lobe of liver and abdominal wall. This is the anterior region, front side, and posterior region, abdominal aorta, pancreas, spleen, left kidney, and adrenal gland. See, posteriorly, back side, abdominal aorta, pancreas, spleen, left kidney and adrenal glands. And superiorly diaphragm. See, this is the diaphragm, esophagus, esophagus also we call it as food pipes, and lobe of the liver. That is the superiorly organs associated with the stomach are diaphragm, esophagus and lobe of the liver. And inferiorly transverse colon and small intestine. This is the transverse colon and small intestine. So this is about the organs associated with the stomach, that is anteriorly left lobe of liver and abdominal wall, posteriorly abdominal aorta, pancreas, spleen, left kidney and adrenal gland, superiorly diaphragm, esophagus and lobe of the liver, inferiorly transverse colon and small intestine. Next we'll move on to structure of the stomach. Structure of the stomach broadly classified into the parts. Parts of the stomach are fundus, body and pyloric antrum. See, these are the three parts of the stomach, that is fundus, body and pyloric antrum. Now we'll see what is fundus. Fundus, it is the upper part of the stomach. See, this is the upper part of the stomach and this is the body. The body lies between the fundus and pyloric sphincter. See, the body lies between the fundus and pyloric sphincter and pyloric antrum. Third part is pyloric antrum. It is the lower part of the stomach, contain pyloric sphincter. See, this is the lower part of the stomach and it contains the pyloric sphincter. And the duodenum walls containing 4 layers. Outer peritoneal coat from the serous layer muscular coat has 3 layers of smooth muscle fibers, that is outer longitudinal fibers, middle longitudinal fibers and inner oblique fibers. And the submucous layer contains blood vessels, lymphatic and nerve fluxes, and the mucous membrane contains many gastric glands. The gastric gland secretes gastric juice. See the parts of the stomach. Fundus, it is the upper part of the stomach. Body, the body lies between the fundus and pyloric sphincter. Pyloric antrum, it is the lower part of the stomach, contain pyloric sphincter. The pyloric sphincter operates the opening between the stomach and the duodenum. The duodenum walls containing 4 layers. Outer peritoneal coat from the serous layer muscular coat has 3 layers of muscle fibers, that is outer longitudinal fibers, middle longitudinal fibers and inner oblique fibers. See, here we can see oblique fibers, outer longitudinal fibers, middle longitudinal fibers and longitudinal fibers. See, oblique fibers also we call it as inner oblique fibers, and circular fibers also we call it as middle longitudinal fibers, and outer longitudinal fibers also we call it as longitudinal fibers, outer longitudinal fibers. Next, there are 2 openings, that is cardiac sphincter and pyloric sphincter. See, there are 2 openings, cardiac sphincter and pyloric sphincter. And cardiac sphincter, it acts as an opening between the esophagus and stomach, and pyloric sphincter, it acts as a opening between the stomach and the duodenum of the small intestine. And there are 2 curvatures, greater curvature and lesser curvature. Greater curvature is a convex in shape. This is the convex in shape and forms the left border of the stomach. So greater curvature helps to form the left border of the stomach and it is in convex shape. And another one, and it provides attachment for greater momentum for storage. So stomach, the greater curvature provides attachment of greater momentum for storage. It helps for the storage. And another one is lesser curvature. The lesser curvature is concave and short, forms the right border of the stomach and it provides attachment for lesser momentum. Provides it provides attachment for lesser momentum. Next, we'll move on to blood supply of the stomach. Blood supply of the stomach, arterial supply, that is oxygenated blood. The gastric artery carries the oxygenated blood from heart to the stomach, that is, it is the branch of the celiac artery. Gastric artery, it is a branch of celiac artery. It carries the oxygenated blood from heart to the stomach. And venous drainage, that is portal vein. Portal vein carries the impure blood from stomach to the heart. And splenic vein. So splenic vein, it is the branch of the portal vein. Next, we'll move on to nerve supply of the stomach, that is sympathetic nerve supply and parasympathetic nerve supply. Next, we'll move on to applied anatomy. Applied anatomy, in the what are the disease conditions can occur to the stomach. First one, gastritis. It is the inflammation of the stomach. What is gastritis? Gastritis, it is the inflammation of the stomach. And second one is ulceration of the stomach. And third one is carcinoma of stomach. So this is the applied anatomy of stomach, that is gastritis, ulceration of the stomach, and carcinoma of stomach. Next is functions of the stomach. So stomach helps for storage of food up to 3 to 4 hours. So stomach helps for storage of food up to 3 to 4 hours, and it helps for mixing of food with the help of gastric juice. It helps for mixing of food with the help of gastric juice, and helps to production of hydrochloric acid to kill the poisonous or harmful substances of the food. And finally, it helps to secrete the vitamin B12. So this is the functions of the stomach. Once again, I will repeat. Helps for first function, it helps for storage of food up to 3 to 4 hours, and it helps for mixing of food with the help of gastric juice. And third function, it helps to production of hydrochloric acid HCl to kill the poisonous or harmful substances of the food. And the fourth function, it helps to secrete the vitamin B12. So this is about the functions of the food. So friends, if you like this topic, don't forget to subscribe my channel and share the topic. And you can give your precious comments if any changes in this video or any improvements needs. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you.